still pretty sweltering here in North Florida, but the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So one there. Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Now Mills.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Throwing, Mills.
That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first down throw for Mills.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Mills now. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Mills to the sideline, and out now is Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal try.
The kick by Fairbairn is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
Our man coming off a washout 2021, it's Travis Etienne.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Lawrence.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Lawrence.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
He was brought down by Malik Collins. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
ETN once more. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught inside the 5.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
ETN fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Once more ETN.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Another try after the first down sack.
Mills.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Jaguars are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On the counter, ETN. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mills. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Working out of the gun, Mills. Open man is Cooks, he's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans have regained the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Mills. That's caught by Howard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw, Mills. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce
from 6 yards away.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Here's Lawrence.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Texans.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Lawrence on first down. Complete to Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, 28 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, Mills sliding out of the pocket. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each addition.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball. So let's cut down on coverage a little bit Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand and relate.
Touchdown, Houston.
O.J. Howard, 30 yards. And the Texans have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. A give. It's ETN off the option.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
Mills throw completed to Mechie.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mills on first down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Back now in Jacksonville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. He's going to let it go again. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
From the 27, Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
ETN up the middle. He'll get this up to about the 44. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence will throw. And Ingram hauls it in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 56 yards.
And the Jaguars use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
Touchdown, Texans. O.J. Howard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
57 yards on the ground for him so far.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, ETN once more.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's definitely tough to...
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 15.
Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Another tote for Etienne.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted.
Isaac Yedem picks it.
And the tech.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Brooklyn Barons. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
pulls it in at the 13. They'll start on the ground with Swift. The game's first play. Yards brings up second down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And what a big-time play there. 61 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
That throw by Brady incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means it all.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
That's caught, and he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Take it at the 15, a short kick.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On play action. Now Brady. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's got room.
Partner, I think this one will ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in the backfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up first and goal. 17-0 our score after one.
First quarter with the score Packers 17, Barons nothing.
Now Jones, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Barons nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Let's go! Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Brady. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Brady going to go on 4th down. He's airing it out for Williams. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Swift going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Packers' 3-yard line.
Swift again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Barons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make it 24-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On the sneak, Rodgers.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On the counter. Here's Jones. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. And it's intercepted. And he's into the clear. The 40. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's caught. Touchdown.
So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. themselves that they were ready to go.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the 2nd half. 1st and 10.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Brady. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Barons have got it back to within a score. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Kirby Joseph.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do your offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
It's now second and 6 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
125 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
Second down and 3.
it's Rodgers.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Again to Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can find only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 38, Aaron's 35. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. 45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. A gain of 3, 2nd down. In motion left is Perriman. Now they'll throw with Brady. Got his man. It's Williams.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle, there to make the stop. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On play action, now Brady. Buying time to his left. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And Brady will sneak it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. Wow.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Amani Oruwariye.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.